Today, I'm going to share something that I call the 10,000 pounds rule. It's a simple way for small organizations to raise more money with little effort by applying for the right grants. So let's dive straight into it. Here we go. Small organizations should focus on funding pots that are around 10,000 pounds or less because those are the easiest to win. Why? Well, let's take a look about why. Because they usually have fewer requirements, they're simple applications. People who run those funds make faster decisions, and they are less competitive from large charities. Because if you're applying to pots like reaching communities that gives up to hundreds of thousands of pounds, you're competing against large organizations. But to actually win these grants, you need to follow three simple steps. So let me walk you into what those steps are. Number one is to make sure that the funding actually fits your project. This is a big one. And a lot of people make mistakes here. They want to apply to every single fund because it's under 10,000 pounds, just hoping that one sticks. No. Make sure that your funding actually fits with the project and your project fits with what the funder wants to fund. People apply for funding just because it exists, not because it fits. You don't want to do that. Before you apply, ask yourself, does this fund cover the project that I want to run? If the answer is no, you need to stop and don't waste your time. Alignment is everything, believe it or not. When the funder wants to fund exactly what you want to deliver, then your chances of success just shoot up immediately and you've already passed the first barrier. That's the first step. The second step is deliver a cost-effective budget. Funders want value for money. They want every pound to stretch as far as possible. So that's what you want to do with them. So your budget must make sense. It has to match the depth of the need and the level of support that is required. So let me give an example of what I'm talking about. Someone says, yeah, we want 20,000 pounds to support 20 people. Whoa, okay. The problem is, if those 20 people do not have severe needs such as disabilities or chronic illnesses or high support requirements, most funders, they won't approve of 20,000 pounds for that. If you're supporting women, for example, recovering from domestic abuse, or young people at risk, or people trying to get back to work, these are all very important causes, don't get me wrong, but the funder will still expect you to deliver a cost-effective budget. So they wouldn't want to fund that kind of level of requirements. So a good rule of thumb could be this. If it doesn't feel like good value for money, then the funder won't think so either. All right, step number 3 is, if you don't win, reapply. This is a big one. This is a huge one where we worked with a non-for-profit organization to apply for funding. And in the first 6 months, we literally didn't get anything. We tried, we wrote the application, we sat down, we didn't get anything. Actually, it was 9 months. In the first 9 months, we wrote about 4 applications or so. We didn't get anything. But what did we do? We continued to reapply. And within 6 months, we were able to raise for them 90,000 pounds because we believed in the organization and we knew that it would work. The truth is that funding is oversubscribed. Sometimes the problem isn't your application. The problem is that the funder simply has run out of money. So you need to understand that. So the organization that we kept applying for, they got the fund because we kept at it, and you need to keep at it. That organization was based in Kent, and like I said, within 6 months, we were able to raise for them 90K. And we didn't win the first 3 or 4 applications, but we stayed consistent And then 6 months later, well, the money came in, because persistence is actually a strategy. So you need to use it. All right. In closing, that's the £10,000 rule that I've explained to you. What we need to do is only apply for grants that match your projects. That's number one. Number two, submit a strong, cost-effective budget. Number three is keep on applying even when you don't win the first time. I truly believe that if you can master these three things, you will raise far more with a lot less effort. All right. And if you want to go in deeper with templates, checklists, and monthly funder guidance, every month we are running a guidance for funding to help you raise funding. We also have a GPT that you can use. If you join our Funding Success Club, the first month is only £1 for you to join in. And, I'm sure that once you've experienced it, you will continue to pay for the rest. All right. Thanks so much for watching this video. And if you want to learn about our Funding Success Club, do message me right here. All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.